Now, to continue with our program this morning, we are going to discuss a very important topic talking about the impact of technology on relationships. And I have a psychologist joining us via virtual this morning. Help me welcome Simon Ubong to the program. Good morning, Abuja. Simon, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you much. Thank you very much.
All
Yeah.
right. Uh, let's start this way. Talk to us. How can impact of technology affect relationship generally?
All right. Thank you very much. Technology is very important. Is a fascinating means of joining people together, coming together, whether through long distance or whether through just communicating with your love partner, sharing videos and all that. It's very necessary and it's important to actually address the impact of being addicted to technology or being addicted to a smartphone, because most times it can cause so many problems like the flip side. Technology can actually affect someone's lifestyle. If you are so technology, most times you can actually talk to your partner physically. Face-to-face communication can be needed just because you are addicted to your smartphone. So although smartphone has a positive of it, but the negative is immensely strong in the society. And most of the time we try to communicate with our partners physically, but we commune well. We can tell because we are used to virtual or mobile phone communication. Or most of the times, even when we are having late with your kids or even with your partner, everybody are with their phones, talking on phone, check their messages or alert is coming every time. That can be a source of distraction because you cannot gel well with your partner, communicating with your partner. So that will be a bias, can be like a two-edged sword. It can actually be a stumbling block, a genuine communication with your partner. So the technology is good, smartphones are good, but on the flip side, it can be of a bias, it can be a stumbling block, even in a relationship with your child, with an adult, or even spouse as well.
Now that I have given us the overview of the impact of technology on relationships, now let's narrow it down. How has the widespread use of smartphones changed the way we communicate with our acquaintances?
Okay. The widespread of phone have actually used engagement, especially with our partners. We can't engage the way we should engage, and actually diminish communication because constant notifications every time when we are urged to check our phones, we hear notification from Instagram, from Facebook, and all that. And even while you're conversing with someone, nobody wants to concentrate anymore because they have a lot of things going on in their lives virtually, and that actually issues. Another one is actually emotional disconnect. We don't connect organically the way we used to connect, the way our fathers used to connect when there was no smartphones. Organic connection is no more there, and more of like everybody on their own. For example, I went to a restaurant and find out that the husband and wife, they were with their phones while eating. I was asking myself, why are you guys here when you guys supposed to connect with each other? But I've realized that this smartphone of a thing, which is good and also bad on the flip side, actually cause a demarcation. You can see the space between them, even when they are together having dinner. But there was a space between them because there was no emotional gel or that connection while they were actually spending a quality time. So this can actually erase quality time spending physically with and actually commit someone to actually understand them well. So this actually comes in between couples, even with kids at home as well. We can take kids for a game, take kids for a movie. We are busy with that. We are not even having that partners in anywhere. So this has actually gone deeper than how we think and how we see it, because even conflict in relationship, let me talk about that. Conflict in relationship, this can lead to conflict, arguments, relationship partners are actually arguing. Most of the time you see them having low self-esteem because they see something online, they, they want to be like that, and that lead to inferiority complex and low self-esteem. Why? Because they want to the expectation of the society or the expectation of the platform, of the social platform as well. So this actually goes deep, we think. So smartphone, although it's good, but then it has so many disadvantages to our mental health and our stability, even in work or in school.
Have a lot of experiences and success stories. Now that you've given us these impacts on the effects of technology on relationship, now how can we strike balance?
Okay. So first of all, we have to have an open communication. If you want to strike a balance, we must have this self-awareness.
Okay.
First of all, understand you have a problem. You're addicted to your mobile phone. You need to be aware of that. You need to accept that first. Once you accept that you have a problem, you're addicted to your phone, you look for help. Or you set goals, set clear goals of when to use the technology, set boundaries, when to use it, and when not to use it. Because when you're addicted to it every time, you want to use it every time, it becomes part of your life. So your own physical life or your own well-being is actually threatened by that. Another one is actually time management. You need to manage your time effectively. When to be on social media, what time are you supposed to be on social media? For how long do you want to be on social media? You have to be intentional about your approach when you hold your phone. Most people wake up early in the morning. The first thing they do, they get to their phone and check what is going on, the trending things, forgetting their kids, forgetting if they had homework, forgetting if they slept well, forgetting their breakfast, and get addicted to keep swiping, especially Instagram. You keep swiping for a longer period. That actually caused an issue because you will rush to work. Rushing to work, you cause commotion. You might actually have rush to work and then have an accident. Why? Because you want to meet up with time, because you spend most of the time on your smartphone when you wake up. So the bottom line is, be intentional when you pick up your phone in the morning. Why are you picking up your phone in the morning? Is it work related? Is it going to help you in any way? Because if you pick up your phone in the morning just to check updates from other people, that is not being productive. So I think it's best for us to use these elements: time management. Sometimes we set our goals, we create awareness, and also we need to create technology free zone. you know Designate certain areas of time at home or at work when you are supposed to be with your phone. For example, you can actually place your phone on flight mode, when so that you can actually concentrate while working, or when you're spending time with your family or your loved one. So, and also you can actually leverage all these apps we have. There are apps that can actually freeze your WhatsApp, can actually freeze your WhatsApp, freeze your Instagram for a while, so that you can actually spend more time with your loved ones or accomplish work, to take note of all these goals or all these things that we can actually do to actually help us create a balance between the time we use our mobile phone and the spend with our loved ones.
Talking about time management. Now let's bring it down to our children. How can we manage them when it comes to usage of smartphones?
Okay. First of all, we have to teach our kids. We have to make them understand that they have to have a mindful consumption when it has to do with the usage of smartphone. So we have to make sure that they practice mindful consumption online, especially of online content. Let our kids know that there is time for everything.
Okay.
When you have time for homework, when you have time to spend with, have to or your students, they need to know that there are limitations to their usage of smartphone. So they need to be educated. Very importantly, they need to be educated to understand that even when smartphone is very unique, but then they need to practice digital detox as well.
Before I let you go, as a psychologist, are there tips to avoid overindulgence in the use of technology?
Yes, there are tips for that.
Okay.
Is one is prioritize face-to-face interaction. Once you prioritize face-to-face interaction, if you are addicted to your smartphone usage, once you prioritize that, it can actually help you practice, because practice, don't forget, practice makes improvement. It doesn't make perfect, because if you are perfect, you don't need to practice anymore. So
Sure.
practice face interaction with people, it will help you grow into that. Secondly, practice digital detox. Regularly disconnect from technology for set of periods. For example, during certain hours, don't be on your phone. Write time with your loved ones, spend time with your family, or do something, read a book. Read a book, because people don't know these days. What they do is that they just go on for information through Instagram, through TikTok, and all that. That's where they got their information from. But then we have organic way of getting information. Read books out there. Also, practice mindful consumption. Practice mindful consumption of online content. Be selected in what you want to view. If things are not helping you, for example, certain people that actually create some kind of inferiority complex through their profile, for example, you see people that actually pushing you to do certain things you're not supposed to do. Because that's, I mean, because don't forget, people have fake life on social media. And most of the time, we take it too serious, thinking that that's their lifestyle. And then we want to emulate how they are. So you have to practice digital detox. You have to practice mindful consumption of what you consume online. Also, seek alternative. Once you seek alternative, identify alternative that can replace screen time. What can you do without going through your Instagram? So you can actually go on certain activities, go out for a walk. People don't go for a walk anymore. People just stuck at home with their phones. Go for a walk with your loved one. Go out there, sit down, have a meal with your loved one, keep your phone aside. So practice all these things can actually help you eliminate those elements that have been helping you or actually been deteriorating you from face to face interaction with people. Finally, look for professional help. If you're addicted to your smartphone, there are therapists there, are psychologists that you can talk to that can help you go through this process and help you go through it mindfully on how to come out from this addiction of smartphone. So it's very important for us to be aware of all these things and also seek help. Sorry.
Thank you very much, and we do appreciate your time and this wonderful information you brought our way this morning. We do really appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Yes, we have been speaking with a psychologist, Simon Ubong, and together we looked at the impact of technology on relationships, and he has given us numerous advice on what to do. We have to be intentional in anything we are doing in life, and time management is also key. Now, let's continue with the program as we go on this short break. We'll be right back.